Hey guys, Sir Owen Disney here. It is Wednesday and it's time to talk a little NXT. Why? Because Impact actually was a podcast that you can check out on this very channel that I did with Ashley a few days ago. And we've got a lot of wrestling coming in the next couple weeks. Obviously, we know that we've got Payback coming up on Sunday, and we'll go live right after the pay-per-view's over, and that will be up on archive on Monday. We have Raw live on Monday night, and that archive will be up on Tuesday. We have TakeOver Unstoppable, which is actually going to be up on Thursday, because we're going live on Wednesday night. The archive will be up on Thursday. So yeah, a lot of wrestling coming. Obviously, we've got a Elimination Chamber pay-per-view at the end of the month, and then like 2 weeks after we got Money in the Bank, and we're in June, and we're under 100 days, so how sweet it is. So let's talk about NXT. This isn't the go-home show to Unstoppable. Actually, that's going to be talked about a week from today, next Wednesday, but let's talk about this show, shall we? All building towards Unstoppable. It's pretty much what we're doing at this point. Charlotte takes on Emma to start off the show, and Emma is wearing the headband and the shirt of Bayley. They've been feuding, and a quick way to turn anybody heel is have somebody just attack Bayley, because Bayley's so lovable, and the crowd in Full Sail absolutely into her. So when it comes down to it, I totally understand. She's got a lot of great talent, and she's also adorable, so there you go right there. I totally understand why anybody would be into her. But I will say right now that attacking her was the only way you could possibly turn Emma heel, and that's exactly what you've done. So let's pick up this match, shall we? Charlotte with the cravat knee strikes midway through the match. Emma works the leg most of the match, working the heel tactics very, very well, actually. I really enjoyed her ripping on the crowd. I enjoyed her kind of mocking her Emma dance and everything. I enjoyed just the Anderson tactic of working one body part and doing that the entire match, building to obviously a crescendo. So this ended up with Charlotte going for a body slam, and of course her knee buckled, and Emma kicks her leg out from under her, and she works the leg continuously. She locks on a half crab. Charlotte finally gets to the ropes, calling for the break, and Charlotte ends up catching her with a spear. Emma goes for a double leg into a jackknife cover, but nothing, not even a 1 count, and Charlotte pulls the natural selection out of nowhere to get the 3 count to win the match. Match over, Bayley comes out to help Emma up. She hugs her just a little bit too long, and of course, Bayley to belly connects, and Charlotte pulls her off, and Bayley was trying to get her shirt back, basically. If this doesn't happen at Unstoppable, I'm going to be completely surprised at this point. They've been building this and building this. It's not announced as of this moment for Unstoppable, but I think that there's a good possibility that come NXT tonight on the WWE Network, they will announce that match to officially be taking place at TakeOver Unstoppable. So we get 2 sit-down interviews with Michael Cole chronicling the main event for Unstoppable, which is Kevin Owens defending the NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. So Owens is out with Michael Cole, and he basically says that he turned on Sami Zayn just so he could win the championship and to provide for his family. And Michael Cole brings up the fact that he was the best man at Sami, their best man at each other's wedding, and that really, he was like, I'm not going to let you be a journalist here, and you need to congratulate me. And Michael Cole's like, I'm sorry, I congratulate you, champ, and Owens just storms off anyway, so really nothing to get out of this, just more heat on Kevin Owens. Makes perfect sense. Rhino comes in and squashes Bull Dempsey, which, remember when Bull Dempsey was over? Yeah, I know, it never really happened, but they tried. And it was about 58 seconds. They fought, they brawled for a bit, belly to belly, and then the gore, and that was the end of that. He gets on the mic, he calls out Baron Corbin for TakeOver, which is a match I've been calling for months. So it's going to happen at Unstoppable. It's going to be Rhino against Baron Corbin, and the heel Baron Corbin, which is pretty much what we're building towards. We get in the back, Sasha Banks is looking at a picture of the late, great Lillian Ellison, the fabulous Moolah, and she basically is like, she was the greatest of all time until I came into the picture. And then, of course, she says she made Becky Lynch, and she's going to make people forget about her, building towards the true importance of Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. They do actually have a contract signing between these two, and it's actually up next. William Regal comes out, And before that, he is talking to the newest signee of NXT, and that is Uhaa Nation. Yes, the independent superstar Uhaa Nation, which has been, I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and this guy's the real. I really think he's going to be awesome. WWE doesn't know what to call him yet, so they didn't reference him by name, but they did air like a sort of vignette and basically saying that he's coming. So I'm really curious to see what he's got. I'm reading a lot about this guy. I like the moves this guy does. There's a video on YouTube. It's like the top 40 moves of Uhaa Nation. And if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly, my apologies. He has this finisher called All Out Assault. I guess it's like a signature move. He hits a power bomb, and then he picks him up and hits a second power bomb. And on the third power bomb, he slingshots them across the top rope and then turns it into a sit-out power bomb. I think that's awesome. And he has this finisher, which is called the Uhaa Combination, which is a gorilla press, Ultimate Warrior style gorilla press, to a backflip splash or a standing moonsault, depending on who's calling your match. And then he finishes it with a standing shooting star press. So awesome. This guy is great. I mean, he looks like just another talented guy that probably will be looked over, but if you really get to the bare bones of it, Uhaa Nation is going to be huge in NXT, and I'm really glad to see him actually make it to the main roster. We're supposed to get a tag team match with Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson against Enzo Amore and Big Cass, but we find out that Blake and Murphy have attacked them and laid them out in the back, so that's not going to happen. Obviously, we're building towards the tag team title match, which is actually going to happen. Blake and Murphy defending against Enzo and Cass at Unstoppable a week from today. So we get Sami Zayn's fireside chat with Michael Cole. He basically admits that it's personal. He's not going to lie to anybody and admits that it's personal. He says he wants the truth. He knows there's a match. There's not going to be any fighting, but he wants to call Kevin Owens out next week, as in tonight, and he wants to find out the truth. He needs to owe it to his son to be a role model and tell the truth. So we come out for our contract signing, and Becky Lynch immediately says that she's been in the business for over 15 years. She didn't come to take part. She came to take over. And Sasha, like a boss, signs the contract, not with a pen. No, she signed it with a stamp, the Austin Aries stamp of approval. So Sasha attacks, and she basically raises the championship up in the air. Becky takes advantage of momentary distraction and locks on her armbar, and Sasha just taps. So we're going to have a really, really good match next week at Unstoppable. I'm looking forward to it. Alex Riley has a promo and basically saying that we're not going to see him for a while. Obviously, he's getting shoulder surgery. That's hard to say. Everybody's got shoulder surgery. It's knee surgery, actually. And he went to Dr. James Andrews. And basically, we have found out that, I'm reading this here, knee surgery is what's going to keep him out for quite a while. He basically takes offense to the fans that were chanting, "Thank you, Kevin," and "Thank you, Owens," for Kevin Owens destroying him. And he also takes offense to the fact that Sami Zayn was the last image they showed on the show, not Alex Riley. What about me? What about A-Rai? But yeah, we're not going to see Alex Riley for a while. Why? Because that's what everybody else wants. Interesting. Great heel promo from Alex Riley. I'm curious to see what they do with him when he actually comes back 100%. I'm curious to see where we go from there. Speaking of people that I'm not necessarily excited about, Miss Dana Brooke, she has a promo in the back, and she basically says that she's all butthurt because Charlotte has got the Tap Out commercial, and she wants to be a part of it, obviously, because she has the fitness background and everything, so obviously she wants to be a part of it, and she basically says that she's going to run circles around Charlotte. So we've got a Charlotte and Dana Brooke program that we're setting towards. Alright, sure, whatevs. Main event time, Hideo Itami against Tyler Breeze. Of course, we have Finn Balor at ringside watching this match. Just picking up off the midway point, Tyler with a chin lock, and Hideo elbows his way out, comes off the ropes, and a cutoff by the drop kick from Tyler Breeze gets a 2 count only. Tyler gets in the middle turnbuckle, dives off, catches a straight shot from Itami. So, clothesline, catches the boot, and leg sweep, charging knee in the corner, and the Tornado Hot Shot connects. Heads up top for the flying clothesline, gets a 2 off of that. The Kenta Rush into the whip round kicks, followed by the spinning back kick, which drops Tyler Breeze like a bag of potatoes. Hesitation drop kick is stopped when Breeze powders to the floor. Hideo goes to the floor to fight, and then, of course, we notice that he's got him set up. And he goes for the Yakuza kick, and Tyler's out of the way, and Yakuza kick sends Balor off the seated position that he's in through the barricade. So basically, inadvertently, Hideo Itami actually Yakuza kicked Finn Balor and left him laying. Tyler rolls back into the ring and goes for the beauty shot, which gets ducked. And Hideo readies out of the corner, hits shotgun kick, gets a 3 count, match over. Tyler Breeze attacks from behind. Finn Balor comes in and makes the save. Looks down at Hideo's like, "You touch me, you punk." And he decides to stop. And of course, this allows for him to eat the supermodel kick from Tyler Breeze. Breeze lays out Tommy with the beauty shot and takes his purple leopard print selfie stick. And that's how we end the show. Short, straight, and to the point. We're building towards Unstoppable, which is next week. Next Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. on the WWE Network. Look forward to that. It should be a great show. We've got matches that are currently announced at this moment. We've got five matches announced. I'm guessing there'll be at least one more. That Bayley-Emma match is not official, but it would not surprise me one iota if tonight on the show they actually announce it to take place at Unstoppable. We've got Blake and Murphy putting the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line against Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. We have Rhino taking on Baron Corbin. We have Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, and Tyler Breeze in a number 1 contenders match to determine who will face off against the NXT Champion, whether it is Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn or someone else. Sasha Banks putting the Women's Championship on the line against Becky Lynch. And the main event, Kevin Owens defends the NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. There's problems with this already. Well, number 1, I'll mention this, and it probably won't be mentioned until after this, because this was taped months ago. Hideo Itami will be out for about 6 to 8 months because of shoulder surgery. Yes, I said shoulder surgery. I mean it this time. Sami Zayn, on the other hand, that's a question mark. There's a possibility he tore his rotator cuff in that phenomenal match he had on Raw against John Cena. And if that is the case, he's going to miss a nice amount of time. Will they run this match? We're going to have to wait till tonight to find out, because as of this moment, it's still booked. But things could change at a drop of a hat. It just kind of depends at this point. But yeah, if that ends up running the way it does, I would think right now that we're going to have some new champions crowned. The only way I can honestly see Blake and Murphy retaining is if Carmella turns, which is an easy possibility, and would let Enzo and Cass chase for another couple months. That may be a possibility if they want to go another live event and do it that way, potentially. Sasha losing the Women's Championship to Becky Lynch, I could possibly see that happening. But then again, Becky got the shine this week, but who knows what's going to happen on the show. I do know, but we can't really talk about that until it actually happens. What will you see on NXT if you watch tonight? Well, let me explain what you're going to see. You're going to see Bayley and Sasha Banks both in action. You're going to see a match between Solomon Crow and Baron Corbin, Alexa Bliss versus Carmella, Kalisto and Ty Dillinger, and the face-to-face promo between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens that we were promising this week. And the main event is tag team action. Finn Balor and Hideo Itami taking on the team of Adam Rose and Tyler Breeze. So that is going to be your main event on NXT this week. Stay tuned to watch that. And Unstoppable next Wednesday, 8 p.m. on the WWE Network. So, that being said, that's NXT for this week, and that ends another week of wrestling, and we will kick right into this weekend. So, quick programming note, tomorrow we're going to be focusing on Goldfish for Sip and Snack. Friday, AJ's Movie Reviews tackles Mad Max Fury Road and Pitch Perfect 2. Saturday, Gaming with Ash returns to its normal day and time when we're going to be talking about some of the new stuff that happened with Kickstarter is actually what Ashley's going to be talking about this week, as you guys heard if you were listening to the Raw podcast from yesterday. That also being said, on Sunday, brand new Versus, your cryptic comment is Amnesia. Sunday will also be the WWE Payback pay-per-view, and on Sunday night, 11 p.m., myself, along with Ashley, and our special guest, Mr. Entertainment, is going to be joining us, talking all things Payback and all things WWE. If you missed the live show, you're going to be able to catch it on archive for your video for Monday. Also on Monday, brand new WWE Raw. Obviously, that leads to a Raw Popcast. 11:30 p.m., we're going to be talking WWE Raw. Ashley and myself joined by Mr. Entertainment yet again. He looks like he's going to be a part of these Popcasts every once in a while, so get used to his name, folks. If you haven't heard him, check him out at Mr. ENT92 on Twitter. So, also, we're going to be kicking into that Raw Popcast will be archived for Tuesday. Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday, we're going to do this the same way. We're going to do another NXT video, which is going to be talking about the show that's going to be airing tonight. And Thursday, brand new Sip and Snack item to be announced. Friday, AJ's movie reviews tackles Tomorrowland and Poltergeist, as well as some limited releases. Saturday, Gaming with Ash once more, and Sunday, brand new Versus. Then, of course, we kick back into the regular schedule here on Pop. So, that being said, if you like these videos, tell your friends about them, leave a comment, do subscribe, help spread the word about Pop. If you haven't yet, go to Facebook, go ahead, takes a second, click like on our Facebook fan page. It's under Suro and Disney Pop. Or if you want to search for it, because you like to make things difficult, I guess. I'm that way sometimes, honestly. Sometimes I just like to type things in. If you like to type for it, go right ahead. It's Sir Owen Disney and Pop. If you want to search for it. While you're there, you can be welcome to send me a friend request if you'd like. It's under Owen Disney. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Sir Owen Disney. And last but certainly not least, you want to send your thoughts, comments, queries, and opinions. You want to talk WWE with me, NXT, TNA. You want to talk wrestling in general with me. You want to talk about movies. You want to talk about music. You want to talk about television. You want to ask me questions that I can't answer on here for good reason. Travel questions, Disney, Universal, Halloween Horror Nights. We can talk about that if you'd like. You want to become a popcaster yourself. You have ideas for Versus, Vlog of Randomness, or the Sip and Snack. You're more than welcome to send your contributions and your ideas to my email, suroanddisney@gmail.com. So in the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I gotta say about that.